Hello, my name's Danielle and this is Excalibur Books, and today we are doing a mood reading vlog. So I got this new light for my phone which should make the lighting a bit better, but I can't wear my glasses because you can see the, look, I'll show you, you can see the light in it. I am quite blind and I can't see myself in my camera, so if I'm looking weird, that's why. We're doing a mood reading vlog because I've been doing quite a lot of themed vlogs at the minute, and I'm not slumpy because I don't really get into reading slumps, but I am finding that I'm getting a bit bored of the books I'm reading, or I'll get halfway through a book and every time recently I'm starting to get bored through the middle. So I thought I'll just pick some random books to mood read, get some books read that I need to get read, like maybe some series or some library books. Yeah, I have picked this library book to start off with, and that's Atalanta by Jennifer Saint. This is like a Greek myth retelling, which I used to read a lot of and I used to love. It used to be one of my favourite things. I haven't read one for a couple years, so I think I'm going to give this a go. I'm on chapter 5, 50 pages in. I've just started it today. I've not really got much thoughts so far. I've not read the synopsis, so I don't really know. I'm not familiar with this Greek myth or this story. We've had a lot of characters that I know, like Artemis is a main character in this, and it's mentioned Persephone a few times. But yeah, all that's followed so far is we're following Atalanta. Her dad said if she was born a girl, they're going to leave her at the top of a mountain, I think it was, or maybe it was just in the forest. Anyway, they're going to leave her somewhere to basically die, but this group of bears found her and was looking after, taking care of her, and then eventually Artemis found her and started looking after her. She's being raised because she's still a child at this point by Artemis, who is the goddess, can't remember, but she's a goddess anyway, and she owns the forest. Atalanta is a human mortal, and she's just had an encounter with a mortal man in the forest, so I think that's going to come back to be a plot point. But yeah, that's all that's happened so far. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. I'm a little bit bored. It's taken me a while to get into it. I'm not fully immersed into it yet, but I might give it another 50 odd pages, and by the end of tomorrow, if I'm still not feeling it too much, then I might put it down. I'm not when I hear about Greek myth retellings, I'm not getting the urge to pick them up anymore. So yeah, that'll be a good test for me to see if I'm still quite interested in them. Also, I don't know if I told you, but I was making this cardigan and then I lost the other front panel because I have two of these for either side. I have just found it here, so I guess I'm going to start making this cardigan again, which I'm really happy about because I really love the colours of this, and I do want another good cardigan. So I'm going to get making this and reading this, and I'll get back to you when I've got some updates. Thought I'd do a check-in for Atalanta, and I think last time I spoke about it, I was saying that I don't think I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it, but I am halfway through, just a little bit over halfway through. Yeah, it's going better than I thought it would. It's the legend or story of the Golden Fleece. So we've got a band of heroes and the children of different gods and stuff. Basically the strongest people in Greece all going on a mission to find this fleece, and Atalanta's a part of this mission. She's the only woman on this mission. Obviously they were very reluctant to let her join. They're on a boat travelling to this place, but it's very far away, so they're having to stop off every night because it's a rowboat, and rest, and so every place they're stopping at, something happens, so we get little side quests, little stories in between, which I really like. I am enjoying it. So we had one where they stopped over. It was a island just full of women, and the men are not in this town and this island anymore, and they were trying to convince all the men to stay, but obviously they had to go on a mission. Our main character got suspicious of them, so she was like checking it out, and there's just loads of little stories like that, so I'm really enjoying that. Part I've just got to, they've got to where the golden fleece is, and they've got to sort of figure out how they're going to get it, because it's like an impossible task. I should finish it quite soon. I've just got this much left, so it's really windy. And yeah, I'm going to give you my final rating. Hello, it's time for an update because I have finished Atalanta. I finished it a few days ago, started my next book. I need to take this back to the library, so I've got to update you whilst I've got it. I gave this a 3.5 stars. So I enjoyed it a little bit more than I thought I would, because I went into this like not really reaching for Greek myths anymore, but this has like picked my interest up a little bit more. I want to pick up this author's other works and the other Greek mythologies that I want to get into, but I'm going to get them from the library because I don't think I want to keep them. I think I told you a bit what it was about, so yeah, really like that middle portion. I was a bit bored at the start and a bit bored at the end. I think the story like carries on after that mission, and like loads of stuff happens like in her personal life. I was a bit bored by that bit, but yeah, I really loved the main mission plot line of that. Got to take this back to the library today. I started, because this is on my September hopefuls, I started Ghost Camera by Darcy Coates, because I've got to fill in that horror bingo board as well. I didn't realise it was a short story collection, so I was a bit confused 100 pages in, because I am halfway through this, that the Ghost Camera story ended and then it's been loads of little stories. I would have loved a full novel of the Ghost Camera story, because that was really interesting, really fun. So basically that story is about our main character finds a Polaroid camera and she takes a photo, and there's like a ghostly figure in the photo. So she's like taking more and more photos with the camera. She sees like ghosts in all of them. In the pictures she can notice that the ghosts are starting to notice her, and they're like getting closer to her, and then she can eventually like feel them touching her and stuff. But I don't want to say much more because I don't want to spoil it. After that one, we had like a gravedigger story, which wasn't that interesting. Then we had a story called Death Birds, and it's about these birds that show up when someone's about to die. That one was really interesting. I loved that one. I'm currently on Untamed Things. That is about a plane crash. I'm finding I'm either loving the stories or not really caring about the stories, so this one's going to be a funny one to rate, but I'm flying through it. That's why I didn't even get a chance to update you, because I only started this like 2 days ago and I'm over halfway through. I love this edition and this cover. I think it's a self-published one by Darcy Coates. Really looking forward to this. I have read another Darcy Coates short story collection before, which I did enjoy. I'll see how I feel overall about this one after I've read it. Hello, I was just filming a video for my horror bingo TBR, and I thought I'd do an update for this vlog whilst I'm here. I do need to be fast because I was really running out of storage. That video I've just recorded was 40 minutes video time and I only recorded my phone, so I don't have the best storage, but I'm already blabbering on. So I finished Ghost Camera. After I read the first story, the Ghost Camera story, I got onto the next story and I was a bit worried because I didn't like that story. It was like grave digging one and it was really boring. But as I moved through the stories, I was enjoying it more and more, and especially the last story, I loved that one. That one was about a mum and a daughter who moved into a new home, and don't want to say too much, but basically like they found a box of VHS tapes and the mother started watching them and bad things started happening from that. It's about like the previous owner of the house, and yeah, really enjoyed that one. So overall I gave it 4 stars. Now I'm continuing on with a fantasy series, but I can't remember the name of the book. It is part of the Sword of Truth series, so I can't really say anything, so it's not the best book to read for a vlog. I need to read it. I've not continued the series for a while. So it's the 5th book and it's called Soul of the Fire. I can't find my physical copy of this book anywhere. Basically, these were my dad's books, they're his favourite fantasy series. He didn't care what editions he got, so like half of them are in mass market paperbacks, half of them are in hardcover. I can't find this physical copy anywhere. But luckily they are on Kindle Unlimited, so I got it on there, which I'm gonna have to do with the next book as well if I decide to continue on. Because the thing is, I have given 2 books like this series 2 stars, and I've given 2 books like a 3-star. So like I either love the books or don't really like them, and this one has started to include a couple characters, like a couple new characters. So we're starting their story, and their bits I'm getting a bit bored of. I'm loving the bits following Richard and Callan, our main characters from the previous books, but I don't know if it's just because I don't know what these new characters' roles are going to be or how prominent they're going to be in the story, that I'm a bit bored by their stories. So we're just going to have to see how they play out so far. Crocheting updates if I've got time. I've been making a cardigan, which I'm just scrapping because it's stressing me out. I don't know if it's going to be big enough. I don't know if I'm going to have enough wool. So I'm just putting that to the side, which is sad because I do really need a cardigan. But I'm just focusing on Halloween at the minute and making some Halloween decorations for my cafe at work. Making like little ghost buntings. I'm gonna go for now before my storage gets full, and I'll be back once I have more storage on my phone. Right, very quickly before I have to go work, which I need to go like now, but I think I'm going to finish this book today, so I quickly need to update because I've not even spoke about what I've been doing. As you know, I was reading, I think it's called Soul of the Fire by Terry Goodkind, and I've switched over to audio for that because I was just struggling to get through it. I was on about page 200, and it was introducing lots of new people and doing like massive chapters from their perspective, and I don't even know their significance yet. I was struggling getting through those bits. It's gone back to the main characters and the main story now, but I was going to switch over again soon. So I just got it on audio to listen through that, so I probably won't give a review of that in this vlog. I'm gonna end this vlog after this book. Keeping in with the theme of like books I've got to read, I am falling behind on the horror bingo board, but only by 2 books and it's finishing like this month, so I thought I'm just going to leave that as it is and not worry about that too much because the new one's coming out this month. I thought I'd catch up on the Buzzwordathon by Books and Lala, and I needed a book with thing in the title, and that could be in like words like nothing or everything as well. So I picked up Nothing But Black and Teeth, and because it's so short, I picked it up this morning. I'm already halfway through. I'm going to be reading a lot at work, so I will finish this today. So I won't give you like a in-depth thoughts review now, like at the point I'm at. I'll do that when I'm finished. I will just say I am not liking it too much. I thought I'd love it. I thought I'd love like a little horror novella, but I'm not liking it so far. It's basically a group of people going to look at like wedding venues, and they stay at this haunted Japanese mansion where they're getting haunted by a ghost bride. I should be back this evening to finish up this vlog and review this book. So I am back to review Nothing But Black and Teeth. Very short novella. Like I said, is a ghost haunting story. Yeah, I only gave this 2 stars. I really didn't like it, which surprised me because I was expecting to like a novella. I think like the first thing that wasn't going great for me was the characters. I didn't like the characters. They weren't very like fleshed out, and I think I've said this before, but it's really hard to get me to like characters in a novella or in short stories because there's not a lot of room to let them grow. So yeah, that wasn't going well from the start, and then the writing just wasn't working for me. I'm not saying it's bad writing, but like I literally just couldn't comprehend the story. I found myself going back and rereading bits. I was like reading something and thinking like, how did we get here? It's just like literally I was reading the sentences and the sentence wasn't staying in my head, and I've never really had that before, so I'm not sure what was wrong there. Just really wasn't for me. I am still going to read The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Core, because the story of that one and the plot of that one sounds really interesting, and I actually brought this one thinking that it was that story, so I was confused and that was my fault. If I knew like the plot of this one, I probably wouldn't have brought it, or it wouldn't have been like high up on my like to buy list anyway. I really want to give one of these authors' works another go to see if it's the author or if it was just this one. But yeah, that's all that I'm reading for this video. So we just kind of was reading books to fulfill goals. I am still listening to, I don't know what it's called, is it The Soul of the Fire, the Terry Goodkind book that I moved over to audio, but I don't think you lot are going to be really interested in that anyway, because it's the 5th book of the series, and I have talked about the previous books a few times. If you want to know my thoughts on that one, I'll be doing a Goodreads review at some point. I'll post it on my Instagram. What did we read? So we read, I can't even remember because it has been weeks. I think we started with Atalanta, which was a library book, which I enjoyed. And then it must have been Ghost Camera, which I really enjoyed. I gave that one 4 stars. And then unfortunately, Nothing But Black and Teeth, which I gave 2 stars. So we've had like a mixed board of books. We had some mediocre, some good and some bad. I think my next vlog, which I'm really excited about, is going to be the Is the Evernight subscription box worth your money? So I've been talking about that one for a while because I've really wanted to do it, and I'm finally starting it today. So that will be the next vlog you will see. It'll probably take me a few weeks because I am a slow reader. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time I upload a video. Bye!